Hello and welcome to the Belle Plaine Fire Department. We're continuing our tour of the city of Belle Plaine. I've been asked to start the introduction into the fire department. McGruff has sent me a text message with a prepared statement from the fire department. It reads, "Dear police officer, thank you for touring our fire department. We realize that even cops need heroes, so come inside and meet yours. Love, your local fire."
Hi, welcome to the Belle Plaine Fire Department. My name is Steve Otto. I'm the fire chief here, and I'll give you a tour of our fire station here. Right here is our offices, and if you go down the hallway here is where our meeting room is. All right, we're in our meeting room right now. This is where we hold all our monthly meetings. It's also an EOC, Emergency Operations Center, which the city uses in times of natural disasters, such as tornadoes. All the department heads would meet in this room, and this is where all the planning would take place.
Hello, my name is Bruce Applegarth with the Belle Plaine Fire Department. I've been on the department for about 11 years now, and what I'd like to do is give you a little tour of our main engine, which is engine 26. This is the first engine that's out of the hall for any call we have, whether it be a medical, structure fire, accident, pretty much anything we have. This will be the first vehicle out of the hall. And I'll start up here at the front with the cab. So on the far side of the vehicle, we have the pump operator who drives the truck to the scene. And then on this side of the vehicle, this is where our officer would sit, who basically is in charge of the vehicle and who would respond back and forth to dispatch and the officer who is in charge of the scene. So what we're looking at here is the crew compartment of our truck, which seats 4 firemen, and on the back side of every seat we have an air tank, which we would use to go in structure fire or a house fire or a car fire anytime there's noxious fumes that would be harmful to us. And then we also have some medical bags in the back of there as well. So on this side of the truck, I've opened up the compartments to give you an idea of some of the equipment that we have at our disposal to help out on any type of emergency that we have to respond to. So starting with this compartment, we have some hoses. We have what we call a cross lay hose in this bed here. We can pull from either side, and we can just respond quicker to get to where we need to put the water at. We have a couple what we call apartment packs up on top here, which we would use those to respond to a multi-level structure. We can carry those into the structure and hook them right into the structure's water system and fight the fire directly off of their water system. So in this compartment here, we have our extrication tools, and extrication tools are used primarily if we have an automobile accident, and we arrive on scene and we have victims that are trapped inside the vehicle, and we need to get to them, cut them out, get them safe to the ambulance and onto the hospital. But we have various different types of tools for prying doors open or cutting the roof off. And we have some stabilizers up here, which we would use those to brace a vehicle up that it was on its side, or possibly upside down, to keep it from moving while we're trying to get to the patient and get them the treatment that they would need. And here we have a couple of compartments. This smaller compartment, we have spare air tanks for our packs that we put on our back when we go into structure fires. We have a chainsaw in this compartment here that we would use to cut a ventilation hole in a roof to get some of the smoke and the heat out of a building, kind of cool things off, and that way it's easier for us to see what's going on inside the building. We have some road flares that we put out on the highway to let people know that we're working in this area, and kind of a safety precaution to keep people out of our area. And then back here we have tools that we use to get into places where we need to see what's going on inside a structure fire. We have some rubbish hooks and some axes and some shovels, just things that we would use to help figure out what's going on inside a building. Just kind of clears debris out of our way, essentially. So all of these tools that I showed you on this side of the truck and essentially the whole truck are tools that we would use to help you and your family in any type of emergency that we come across. So we're pretty fortunate to have this selection of tools to help you when you need our help the most. So in this cabinet here is what we call our pump panel. So basically our whole truck, the water that comes into the truck and out of the truck in any type of fire situation is controlled through this panel right here. So when you operate this, we can operate hoses on that side of the truck, on this side of the truck. We have a deluge gun up on top that shoots water a very long distance. All that is controlled off of this side of the truck.
Hi, my name is Nick Davis. I've been on the Belle Plaine Fire Department for about 8 years now. I'm going to show you the grass rigs, or we call them brush trucks, what we'd use on anything where our big engines can't get to. We'd use them for grass fires or corn fires, obviously with Belle Plaine, big farming community. It's essentially the same thing as an engine, but just smaller size. We got a pump here, fire that up, pull it out, pumps water. Same thing in this truck as well. Behind one of the trucks we pull our gator. We like to use this for snowmobile recovery in the wintertime, or in the summertime we use it in the woods for recovery as well. And it's we've got pump panels we put back here to our pump compartments. Also used for grass fires and anything like that. Anywhere we can't keep the bigger trucks, we use utility vehicle like this. Similar to the other utility vehicle I showed you, this is the Argo. It's an aquatic utility vehicle. You can use it in swamps. Anything with water, it'll float kind of like a boat, and then when you go forward and back in the water. And we also use it in the wintertime too for like snowmobile accidents. We can haul victims back.
Okay, the two trucks we got sitting here are tankers. We use them for rural firefighting. Of course, there's no hydrants once we get out of the city limits. So between these two tankers, we have 5,000 gallons of water to get on the scene. On the other side of the truck, we have a portable tank that we set up, and that's what the water gets dumped in. This truck here has 3,000 gallons of water in it. So the portable tank we have on the other side will hold 3,000 gallons of water.
So what we're going to do here, Nick is going to put on his protective equipment. We call it our turnout gear. He's going to start out by putting his bunker pants on, steps into them. That's the first thing we put on. He'll put his bunker jacket on. And this stuff he's putting on is what protects us in very, very high heat. And it also protects us from the smoke and the fumes that we encounter. So he's got his bunker pants on and his bunker jacket. Now what he's putting on is his face mask. Start with this Nomex. It's this is what'll keep his head cool when he goes into a burning structure. So we'll put his face piece on. Make sure he has a good tight seal so none of those that bad smoke can get into his lungs. Now he's putting his Nomex his protective hood up over the top of his mask. Now I'll put his helmet on. Helmet keeps things that's falling and keep debris off his head. Keep his head nice and safe. Adjust the chin strap. Now he's going to put on his air pack. The compressed air that's in this tank will allow him to be inside a structure for up to 45 minutes. And normally we don't like to keep guys in that long, but that's what the capacity is. And that supplies him with good, safe, fresh, breathable air. Now what you see him doing is just adjusting his chest strap, and he'll adjust the shoulder straps and the waist strap just so it's a good snug fit for him. So what we have here now is Nick is completely geared up in all his turnout gear, and he's ready to go he's going to come into your house, he's going to help you, he's going to save you. And you've seen Nick before he had all his gear on, but this is what Nick looks like after he's got his gear on. So if we do have to come to your house and you see someone dressed like this, he's here to help you. So make sure you speak out and tell him, hey, I'm in here, or come get me, or something like that. It's just good old Nick. We don't need to be afraid of Nick. But how do you feel inside there, Nick? Are you getting hot?
Not yet. Not till inside a fire.
Feel good?
Yeah, I feel great.
That's what Nick is going to sound like when he's inside your house. So don't be afraid to yell out and say, hey, I'm in here. So obviously we have a fire here that we need to take care of. We need to put this out. So Nick has all his protective gear on, and he's got a fire extinguisher here. What we want you to remember is a small word called pass. And that pass means pull the pin, aim the fire extinguisher at the base of the fire, pull, aim, squeeze the handle, and he's going to sweep back and forth to put that fire out. So just remember, pull, aim, squeeze, and sweep. Beautiful. By aiming right at the seat of that fire, the main part of that fire, Nick is able to put the fire out relatively easily with his fire extinguisher.
I'd like to thank everybody for going on the tour of the Belle Plaine Fire Station. I hope you learned a little bit and enjoyed it. I'd like to remind everybody to stay safe out there and wash your hands. And when you call us,